Hi guys, gals, non-binary pals, all my friends and folks out there. So today we are going to go behind the scenes and see my creative process for making fanfic videos. We're going to see how I edit the video, and we're going to also see how I create new media to be in those videos for visuals. You'll see me go on PixArt, and no, this is not monetized in any way, shape, or form yet. But you'll see me go on PixArt and make new art. You'll see me go on Vlogstar and also create all my videos. You'll see me also use Vita for my intros and outros. So I'll have those listed down below if you are interested in using those for anything that you are using in your creative process. And honestly, it's just a good time. It's a fun day. I get a lot done, and I hope that you enjoy this video. Heads up, there is trigger warning visually for this because I am video editing, and even though I do tend to stay away from crazier transitions or flashes in my videos nowadays, I might be playing around with some things, so they still might come up, so heads up for that. Also, I hope you enjoy. I hope that you've been having an amazing day, night, or whatever, evening, afternoon, and let's get into it. So I'm in Vlogstar, and I just extracted the sound from the video recording, and I'm making sure that it extracted all the way. Now I'm going out and over to the Vita app, I think. Yep, and typically when I get on the Vita app, I usually, I make my own intro. But I do also go and just get a little inspiration from other templates. So you're gonna kind of see me just go through templates, see what they're like, and generally see if I want to apply that to what I'm doing. I like retro themes a lot, especially because I do have kind of pretty chill intros most of the time. I'm not really the most upbeat. I guess like 100% energetic for all of my intros to, every single one of my videos. So I usually try to get a retro theme going, and I look through what they have on their retro templates for just a little bit of inspiration. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. It really does depend on the day. But as you can see, I kind of just go through them. I went over to templates, but then I quickly realized that I needed a new thumbnail and picture for this video. So I quickly went on PixArt, and I kind of just started looking for general inspiration and things that I wanted. I think I remember I wanted something with mountains and just purple in the background. So usually when I start to make my thumbnails, I kind of do a little collage template type thing, or if I want a completely just different 100% authentic thumbnail, I just kind of go and I make it. Yeah, eventually I finally found the mountains that I wanted, so I typed in mountains. I scrolled down for a bit. I was like, ooh, that one, because I like that one from before. And then I saw this amazing one right on the right. Nope, it's on the left, but yeah, it's the one I just saved to collections. I liked it a lot. I like the other ones down here too with the purple, but they didn't exactly match the theme that I was going for. So I kind of kept scrolling, looking around. I was like, what do I actually want to put on this thumbnail? And you know what? Eventually I was like, why not? So I enlarged the photo all the way out. I hit the check button, went to next. Then I found the girl on the swing, her silhouette that I liked, placed it, and then just enlarged it really quickly. Just wanted to see where I should put her, how big that she should be and stuff. Because I figured it was kind of like a swing set talk. It was a real chill. So then I went to text, and then I typed in A Dose of Reality, which is the name of the episode. Then I went through kind of just seeing what fonts I want to use, where I want to put what. I kind of decided on Ultra immediately. It just kind of felt right. So did that. Then I went to colors. I was like, this isn't working. I need to add white as its, background. And then I saved it. They asked me if I want to save or post it. I said no, don't save a draft because don't want to overflow anything else. And then I moved on and went back to Vita. Now, on Vita, I did get a little confused because I did already think that I had started off a template. I didn't, which is why we always download a template. And then I'm like, music. I didn't put music in here. But, yeah. I also get deja vu because I do make so many of my own video projects. So I basically just went in, added all the photos that I needed with our socials, all of the cool edits that I want y'all to see, all the suggested videos, and basically just started adding effects. So we get in, and I kind of have the blur focus with the camera frame on for the HFL reads. I like that. I like having a retro, cinematography type of a vibe because that's the way I show my love for cinematography in all my intros and outros. But it's not the way that I traditionally present the first two. So I kind of went to a star flow to make it just look natural in between all of them. And I decided to, cut that short. It looked good on Dose of Reality, but I wanted a Dose of Reality, that picture, to have something different. And I want to elongate it. Went back and checked if it looked nice on the other photos for socials. Then I was like, okay, this is good. It's long enough. I have the presents there. I wrote that there. And I used a little gradient. I went in and then I started just thinking, okay, what effects do we want? Do we want Twinkle? Twinkle looked nice, so I wanted to go with Twinkle immediately. I just went to my favorites a lot instead of going and searching because I knew what I wanted. I knew that I wanted camcorder, even though I played around with TV. I was like, nah. TV wasn't the one I was going for, but yeah. I went with camcorder, and then I think I went with Cartoon Sparkle for this one as well. Yep, I just went back in effects and found Cartoon Sparkle. Because I try to make it like subtly shine in a nice way. Nope, actually I went with Bright. Sometimes I go with Bright, sometimes I go with Cartoon Sparkles. A lot of the times the effects will run over. So you also have to make sure, okay, did my effects run over? And also, how long do I want these clips to be? So I went back and I saw that, maybe I want them to be like 2.2, 2.5. So I started elongating them, figuring out how long I want to make them, depending on where they were placed in the video, just for how it was going to look with little changes in between and elongating the effects to match it. And then finally we get to Unseen. So for Unseen, typically I think we use Viewfinder. For the books, we usually use Viewfinder just because it looks nicer on them, because they're rectangular and not square. So it's really nice. We also like to use a little galaxy, twinkle, or sparkle on them. So nothing crazy. Sometimes we do fireflies. Looks nice as well. As you can see, we're using Shine 1. Shine 1 always looks nice on these. it's nice and simple, and it also kind of keeps the retro vibe going with it. Now here's me trying to fight okay with the effect for a second. Trying to figure out, like, can I move it up? Then I go to Come Sit With Me, and we start that. Yep. I always put Come Sit With Me in the music one along with the Offload, because even though Come Sit With Me isn't a podcast, it is kind of like a podcast. It's our unofficial podcast with our official podcast, the Offload. So I always put it in the music because you're always listening to that one. Or, well, those two. Deeper meanings. Trying to make sure that they don't hit other effects, which happens sometimes. So I look through and then I find Galaxy and I'm like, oh, that's cool, but it's not where it's at. So I look more, I'm like, Twinkle. It's like Fireflies. Oh, yes, Fireflies. So I chose Fireflies for that, clearly. Always looks nice with a nice subtle glow, and just kind of continue to do this. Yep, and I find Twinkle 3. It's really nice. The Hope, Faith, Love, Klance Love Me Like You Do. I make this one a post because it's supposed to be a deep shared moment between themselves, and it's supposed to be a happy celebratory moment where they're just loving each other despite all the odds, despite who's watching, and it's supposed to be a moment that's near and dear to their hearts. So we also get the star flow as well. I like the star flow on that. Maybe I should use it, but then we kind of go back to looking at the offload because it just runs into it. We're like, where are the ones that we want? I think I kind of wanted something like Galaxy on this, and I couldn't find Galaxy in my because I'm blind. Then we finally just kind of reduced the size and went into working on Klance Love Me Like You Do. It's a near and dear moment, so we definitely like using the Instagram post frame on this. I don't know if it was in mind that time, but, you know. We also started extending all of them to, I believe, 2.5 and 2.3 in between, just because I wanted it to, one, look clean, two, be long enough so that I could edit with it in a nice way. Regarding just using it over and over again in Vlogstar, because I was. Yeah, then we go to post. It's really nice. It's pretty self-explanatory, but oh yeah, that was just too rectangular. That was taking away from the natural color. Which is why I like the happy moment. Happy moment post looked nice. And I didn't want to use it originally because it had the black in the back. And I was like, black and white, that's retro, but that's kind of predictable. And I was like, you know what? I love it though. And nobody else is supposed to see this moment. The only thing that matters is themselves. So even though they're like, you know, highlighting themselves and blocking out themselves, the behind part is supposed to be the world. I also use some butterflies because I feel like butterflies always just represent that. Beautiful transformation and change. Then we get to Klance Make Me Yours. Woo. Did we use a placid frame on it this time or what? I know we probably used cartoon petals, but yeah. Looking for everything. Looking for answers everywhere. I feel like Klance Make Me Yours, we're always trying to figure out what type of frame we should put it in. I love how we do that. It's so it's lovely. I'm not gonna lie, it's lovely. It truly is. Yep. Then we get the recording sign. You know, it honestly looked great on it, but then I wanted to keep it for Klance Theater Au because I was like, that will look better with Klance Theater Au. So we need something else. I think I might have used one of the newer frames, one of the newer camera frames. And it was like Pixel, or did I use Placid? I did. I could have used Pink Placid. Pink Placid always works with it though. Such a nice frame, the Palace frame. So I don't really have any complaints. Yep, I did. We always try and use something different, but it never really works. Oh, yeah, we kind of use the viewfinder for this and then the film roll as well. But I think that we found something called vintage in the retro section, and we used it instead. Really cool. It's an amazing effect. If you want to use it, all of this is being done in Avita, but oh, yeah, because we're like, movie roll, nah, film roll. The dust looked cool too. Maybe we did use the dust on this one, but I don't think so, because I think it was a little bit darker to just show off kind of the more tragic vibe of the story. Yeah, viewfinder too is meant for rectangular things. I didn't like the film lineup, so it's like film. Honestly, yeah, we didn't use vintage yet, and then we'd found vintage. We're like, okay, let's cool that down. Because Klance Dream is kind of just a dark soul moment in your relationship where you can't express your emotions towards the other person. Because your emotions are just buried too deep down inside. And secrets kill, but they didn't really want to tell each other their secrets. We basically use anything that's yellow or gold also, because it has that very yellow tinge throughout the whole entire thing. So we use gold, I think, or maybe gold frame, yeah, to represent that twinge. It's a great edit. If you want to go and check it out, definitely do that. There's a link below. And there's Star Wars DNA. Whew. Okay, yeah, we went to particles. We were just in particles first. And I was like, frame, let's figure this one out. Especially because last time we had used rain. And I was like, let's use album cover. And I was like, maybe, no, yes. I think we had used vintage before or something with rain. And it didn't look great, but I believe that we used album cover with rain puddle. So, yep, we just kind of went over and we used rain puddle. Whoa. We tried out a bunch of different rains before. I know that they just didn't really work out, so I was already like, rain puddle, it works, rain puddle, boom. And then we finally got to Klance Theater Au. Love it. Love the show. Love making it. It's awesome. Was just filming the other day. Big stuff, friends. Big stuff is coming. No, it didn't come out exactly as planned, but we were looking for that little recording thing right there. The doodle recording. It looks so Klance Theater Au because it was like vintage, classic, a little rough around the edges. And it was just so cool. It was good. We were thinking about butterflies and sparkles and thinking, okay, how can we incorporate some of the things that we know from the Klance Theater Au ending into the Klance Theater Au poster that we see here. And we went with butterflies, but we went with a different kind of butterflies. I believe we went with monarch butterflies, if we did use butterflies, but that was at the end. Might have used sparkles. We definitely didn't use night, because I was like, nope, that's not it, honey. But, you know, we were trying things out, and we went with stars. Stars look good on it, too. Starry too. Kind of went through everything, made sure everything just looked all right, and started to work on transitions. Usually I use basics to keep it nice and simple, especially for these because they don't have any frames anyway. I like to do a lot of dissolves and stuff. especially because it still is an intro and it still is going to be socials. So as you can see, we use Dissolve for these and Dissolve for the other ones. I also make sure they're good because you can do these all at the same exact time, and then unfortunately the app will lose track of what happened and where you're at, and you lose that. So I did a little X stretch, just knowing what it was. Yep. Going to the next one, because the X stretch looks nice, in my opinion. Going into the viewfinder. Think we did expansion with this viewfinder too. We walked through for Come Sit With Me. We were looking at dynamics. We were like, maybe, yes, no. Kind of just looking through, and then we found Retro and L, which looked pretty nice as well. You know, I think we went with Blink because we felt that it would be better, which I thought was cool. Then I just did a little walkthrough of all of them because you always want to make sure that they look nice in between. Never get to the end and hate everything. That's what I'm saying. Because you'll just be so defeated. I looked around, and yeah, I found the over-res. I basically knew what I wanted to do with most of these because I've been doing this for a very long time with the intro, so there's never not a moment where I just like, you know. I did look at some things when it came to effects though, and I looked that there was overlap. So once I saw that there was overlap, I took care of that. It's like, let's go to basics, or yep. And I did film focus from new. That's in basics, but I like it. We were thinking about doing fold for a minute, but I was like, no, that's not gonna look good. It's like, don't even lie to yourself. So we just kind of looked around. Yeah, we figured we were gonna do zoom out and like the morphs. They always look nice. Then for Klance Dream, we usually try and do something a little more dynamic, like a zoom spin, a zoom to the right, or a zoom blur. Yep. Try to keep it simple, but also like have movement. It's movement based. Oh, yep, we did an upward, and then we finally got to Klance Theater Au, and we finished. So then we hit the check button, and as you can see, we just started to load, save, and process the video. After we get the video or the intro, we go to Vlogstar and go to our royalty-free stock video. Just looking at what stock we want to use for the background. I figured we had more of a bit of like a green vibe to this video, so I was wanting to look at greens. I think there might be a limit. I'm not quite sure. No, this is not promo in any way, shape, or form, but that is why I wasn't able to download all of them, which was kind of disappointing because you're like, you know, sad about it. Usually I get 3, 4, maybe 5 stock videos, and then I download them. I usually do this off of color gradient, like if they're all similar colors or they have similar colors within them. And yeah. This process can kind of be tedious. Also, yeah, you always want to move the audio. Yeah, you could just keep looking at that download failed video. I mean, not video, but message. It's kind of sad, especially because I had imported most of the stock that you tried to see me import again. So Just looking on to see if I want anything else. Then I hit the check button and I start copying them. I usually do 5, 4, 6, 7, or 8-ish times. I do it to all of them just so that we get the most use out of it, because it is a background and a lot of people aren't looking at it since it is a fanfic reading, but it gives nice visuals. So then I go in and everything is gradient. It is easy, simple, and also gradient just looks very beautiful, though simplistic. As long as you do have similar colors in each one of your stock videos that you choose out. So I basically just go through, add gradient to everything. Makes life easy, trust me, because trying to figure out if you want it to be black or white to go to the next one in between. I used to do that when we changed stock videos, but it can be quite messy and a hassle. I muted all the clips. And yeah. Now you can see I go over to plans, which is my little notes, to put in how long my intro is for timestamps on my Klance reading. So I'm doing Klance Melody reading part whatever. It's part 4. I give it some space. Use a bunch of dashes to show that it's a different one. I write out chapters and I start by putting in the length of that first chapter, which is the intro. I do the timestamps as we go because it is a lot easier and you'll remember, trust me. So that was it for that. Then I came back in and I added our intro video that we had previously worked on. Now for this, I just perfectly lined it up, did a fade in, did a fade out. And then after this, I copied it like usual after doing some more adjustments, making it look good. And every time it copies, at least in this program, it does go slightly off center or where the original was, just so then you can tell which one it is. So you will have to realign it. So now you're currently looking at me trying to realign everything, which is hecka fun, especially during certain parts of the intro video. Because due to the viewfinder effect, sometimes you're just not able to tell if it's showing the picture correctly or not. So it's a lot of repositioning and resizing. I also make sure to line up all the green lines within each other, not within each other, but right on the line. So then one fades in, one fades out, one fades in, one fades out. I basically do this for the whole entire intro, just to show socials and all of the videos that people may be interested in watching. I feel like it's a very important staple to every video, especially on how you show all of your socials and also how you show any of the videos that you would suggest for others to watch. Now we find our next visual for this video, which is a picture of Keith lifting up Lance, because in this video Lance is, he's knocked out in the hospital and Keith is kind of taking care of him and also admiring him at the same exact time. So I do the same exact thing, the fade in, the fade out. Turn the volume all the way down because I'm tired of hearing the volume mostly. And then I put a social video in between of the photo itself. I try to space these out as best as I most possibly can. And going for more stock video. After that, I went on a quick lunch break and pretty much ended for the day. I needed to because my battery was at less than 20%. And we both needed to eat. Literally and metaphorically. It's kind of tired of being in the studio. So I also just wanted to get a quick little calculation on how long I needed each one of the clips to be within the ending video. I believe I had maybe like 2 minutes or 60. Yeah, I had 120 seconds left, so I was just trying to figure out how big I should approximately make them. I screenshotted it and I moved it up to the first 2 decimals because that's really all that you're gonna see in Vita, but that's what I did, so then I could go ahead and get ready to start editing. So I had all my photos already ready. So basically what I did, as you can see, is I started making them 2.85 as the calculation kind of just approximately told me to do. It wasn't exact, which means that I was going to have to make some longer than others, but that's what I basically did for this part. After I finished up adjusting all of the times, I went in and I started working on transitions. I think I figured I wanted to work on transitions before effects today, so I was going to do the dissolves because they feel, like as I said before, the dissolves are just something natural, and I felt like the first couple of clips with the title slide should never really have frames. At least that's just like a me thing, so I went through. I kind of want to watch it through. I also put in presented. I started to size that up and get ready to animate it. I also went and made it Robo T, went to gradient, and I made it the purple red kind of gradient with the black outline. Honestly, it didn't show up that well, so if I left it that way, I'm kind of going to be disappointed. Yeah. And as you can see, I kept trying to line it up because the photo itself is not lined up in the middle. So I was like, how am I going to line this up to make it look like it's actually in the middle? I also turned it to white on the outside so then you could see it. I kind of played around, made a black little shadow, then I faded in, and then I faded out. I made it smaller, saw what I need to do, and moved on to the next couple ones. As you can see, I was really like, okay, is that good? Is that what I want? So, yeah. Then I got to a dose of reality. I think I was trying to decide if I said I was going to also present a dose of reality with the and. I think I finally did. But, it took a moment for me to really figure out what I want to do. And eventually I think I went back and I wrote, Hope, Faith, Love presents a dose of reality. It might have just been an and. It might not have. I think it was going to be the and in the beginning. And after such a thing, I figured, yeah, that looks weird. And there's nowhere really to put it that looks well placed out. Yeah, I didn't keep it. I don't think I kept it. Wow. I might have kept it. That would have been... Nope. And a dose of reality. Yeah, but see, a dose of reality is right there. So I figured I'd have to do it Hope, Faith, Love there as well. Just because I wanted it to look nice. And it just... There was nowhere to put it with just the and, as you can see. So clearly I'm just trying to make it bigger. And then we get to font, style. It's like it's got to come out of this gradient. Let me put it on that yellow gradient. That kind of looked nice. We didn't probably keep it though. Yeah, I was there in a wood that week for some reason. Because I wanted wood backgrounds and stuff. I wanted to see how increasing certain, borders was going to work. I really like the way that I increased that border. So I went in with a shadow. It was a black shadow. Made sure that it was, you know, how 47 on a peak could see and stuff. Moved back the thickness. Still looking. I hope I didn't put that in. I might have, though. Because personally, I'm like, that's not your best work. But it was a long day. It was a long day when we came back the second day. And we did that. So, you know, if you put that in, okay. She put it in that way. Because she liked it. She liked the way it looked. Oh, that's a travesty. But after I did that, it's basically time to move on to effects. And I was thinking, okay, where should I start for effects? So I was moving around, and after that, I realized, oh no, I haven't finished transitions yet. But I figured let's just move on to these first effects, because I usually do effects anyway in the beginning. I was looking at Starry, and I was just looking at my favorites, the ones that I usually use, so I didn't have to look far. And I decided, let's use them for all of that, which I felt was nice. But then I felt a dose of reality should have something different. Plus, it's a different color grade, so it should have something different in the first place. And we kind of moved around. We were like, do we want fireflies? Do we want bling? Do we want bright? Do we want stars? Do we want tinkle? It was a lot of things for a second. I like twinkle. It kind of shines subtly with this one as well. So I put in twinkle. Then I moved out of dose of reality. Stretched it out a bit. Wanted to make sure that you could see it. And then as you can see, I was at 20% battery. Again. So I kind of kept going. I just put my phone on the charger, and I kept moving around trying to see, okay, am I going to do more effects, or am I just going to move on to doing transitions? I did move on to just kind of doing transitions after that and some more stuff. Okay, after I took another break throughout the day, I came back, found some more stock image, and then played my favorite copy game. I found my 3. Somehow they all loaded without, I think, giving me any trouble. Quite nice. I enjoyed that. So, and I got the flower. They're all the same color gradient. It's feeling great. And I all got them, and then I decided to just copy them and keep copying them as usual. Just kind of going through the usual things, making sure that none of them got caught behind each other. And if they did, you know, delete the first one that got caught and then keep copying them. I moved to that, finished after a hot second. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah. And then I went to go off and find the ending sequence, you know, whatever it's called. I found the ending sequence video, and lined it up, made sure that it was long enough to be spaced out. Just had it fade in, fade out, trying to figure out where I wanted to put it. Yeah. Gotta get rid of the shovels first. So I kind of kept going for a minute because I want to see it run through. Make sure that it was at a good size. So I personally feel like it should have been smaller there. Now, at least. I moved it to the end with a good space out. And I figured, okay, let's just let it end without any parts of promo there. And I was pretty much satisfied with it. So I hit the check mark and download it. Hi friends! So I hope that you've enjoyed going behind the scenes with us and just seeing how I usually edit for a fanfic reading. I also hope that you enjoyed being part of, the process and just enjoying our community at large. Now, it's just gonna do some quick shoutouts, and I guess after that we will be done. So, One amazing shout out goes to Ninja's Wingy. Said, good job, with a thumbs up in the hot face emoji and the smile emoji on Soulmates Reading Part 1. Oh, thank you so much, Ninja's Wingy. I think that personally, ironically, that is probably my least favorite love fanfic, but I'm glad that I still did a good job on it. I think that was always my fear, because I felt like it was just so close to getting everything right, and then it failed. I'm, like, no offense, like, the author, but, like, you know. But anyway, thanks, Ninja's Wingy. Also, thanks for commenting. One from the, if I get this wrong, I'm sorry. One from Kakamenxifi on happy 533 sub special, where they said, congrats for 533 subs. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. Thanks again for commenting, and just to all of y'all for being here. It's an amazing ride so far, and honestly, I'm just so happy that we get to share this with all of you. And then a very special shout out to the Crystal Lawyer, who literally replies to all of the questions within all the fanfic readings, which is really fun because I like reading the replies to the questions. And also all of just, you know, I guess all the questions, and just leaving like really, really sweet little messages, like, I really like the video, the song too, or I like the song that you sung, and it was super nice, and, you know, thanks for putting this together. You know, it's just, it's always just super sweet to go and see the Crystal Lawyer's little comments. I guess I'll read one of them. And I guess I'll give you a little insight. This one is probably the one that I want to read. So, a Klance Streams, Lost Streams, Part 2, Assumptions. If you're wondering why I'm speaking in a British accent, clearly it is because I've been speaking like a Laura today, and mostly voice acting like a Laura today. So I'm trying to find my natural accent, and it's happening slowly but surely. So if you're wondering why I'm speaking like that, and no, I'm not mocking you. I'm not mocking you if you're British. I'm just I'm really trying to break back into my natural accent. But as a voice actor, it gets hard because you forget your own voice. Anyway, Chris earlier said, great job with the video, and with the voices that you did for Keith and Lance. And the woman at the counter as well. I really liked the video. I would said that we were just friends like you did for right now, and that we aren't dating yet. But, you know, we can get to know each other in my opinion, and that Keith and Lance should start dating each other and getting to know each other anyway. Which is exactly what I said. So to put that into some better context, on Lost Streams Part 2 Assumption, the lady at the counter at Disney, where they were getting these plushes for each other, thought that they were dating. And then instead of being like, oh no, we're just friends, but you know, we might get to know each other, all like chill and like calmly, Keith had to fly off the handle and be like, no, I can never date somebody as stupid as him. Like, I can never date somebody as stupid as Lance. I could just, no, I would. He flew off the handle. He was definitely, it was some big brain moves by Keith. I'm gonna tell you that he was very, like, you know, red eye demon, like, if you think that we're dating, we're not, like, anime anger type thing, which also really made Lance upset. Because, I mean, like, all you had to do was be like, we're not dating. All you had to do was say, like, we're not dating. But, of course. Anyway, yeah, that's one of the many comments of just our amazing conversations that we've had. And I'm glad because, you know, I've had so many amazing interactions and comments with all of y'all, and it's just, you know, I just kind of find it sweet. I also find it sweet that y'all can just hang out with each other and all just enjoy each other's companies and enjoy each other's company, and also just, you know, enjoy being with each other. Honestly, every time I look back on all the comments, it just makes me smile. You know, y'all leave some of the most heartfelt, you know, oh my god. Yeah, I remember this, because they used to be Usami, and they channel into Billy Bo. Oh my gosh. Daisy Keach, Billy Bo, who is formerly Usami. Oh my gosh. Sorry if I'm using your dead name, by the way. I'm just, if you know, you know. Oh my gosh. I remember that. Depression walks in, hope love. Hey guys, depression walks out. Aw. I always love that comment. Honestly, there are so many things that I think we did. And we just did together, and we just enjoy together in life. I feel like, my god, it's so nice. But honestly, it's super sweet, and I just love looking back, especially because you all change your names, and then you change your, like, oh my god, yeah, the wild underscore the oh my gosh, you change your names, you guys also change your profile pictures, and I remember who y'all are because of the screenshots that I have from earlier. Oh, they changed your name to Spag. I don't know. I love looking back and seeing everybody's, you know, kind, funny, lighthearted, beautiful comments, and also seeing if they've changed their user or not, and you know what they're doing. If anybody became, you know, small YouTubers and started up a channel, I always like that as well, because, you know, it's nice. But oh, that's Irish mom. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, just I remember all of you, so even if you're not like commenting as avidly as you used to, don't think I forget you. I have the screenshots to prove it, you know. Oh my god, I remember your name too, so imagine this is a good name. You had a really good name when you were young. Really good name. From Klance Comic Dev 19 said, Klance isn't dead, people. Klance isn't dead. Oh my god. Then Ghostly, I did not see this one, but I got one reply, and it was 1 year ago. I think this was before maybe I got, oh my god, Ray the fangirl said we love you, Ray. Ghost/Andy said, I know, look 3D at this, thinking, well, this is gonna be from like 3 years ago, but no, Klance still lives. Oh my gosh, I love y'all. Now, is this video itself Klance Comic Dev 19 from almost 3 years ago? We might be getting close, but you know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gay gasp. I love so much with that. You also have a very beautiful voice. I love your videos so much. Oh my god. Oh, and you also changed your name in your profile. And it's, Meko now. Oh my gosh. Then we have, Angela Vad, who said, I miss you so much. And married to you, real lover to you. Yeah, during my Raylo phase of life, we had a thing for Raylo. Did we have a thing for the sequel trilogies? Never. I'm not gonna lie to you. The sequel trilogies were always sacrilegious, but I'm not gonna lie, I ship Raylo for some questionable reasons, and I think I always ship Raylo because it was this idea of having love despite it always being some like losing game, and it kind of reminded me of a time when I was with somebody else I wanted to love desperately. My perspective changed, which is why I went to Klance, because in my opinion Klance is always endgame. But Raylo made sense in its own way of we will never not have been beautiful, and it's tragic. Anyway, oh my god. Ananotros. Oh, I remember this. I would read this. I love it. From Ananothrot. Yeah, you changed yours too. I see everybody who changes theirs. Don't. Oh, Army Sharnaz did not change theirs. And I can finally say your name. They also commented on Klance Comic Dev 15. With a thumbs up. Thank you. But Anna Nora said, I loved it. It was the perfect tribute for Ben. And I loved it. This was on Raylo, Eye of the Storm from Ben's perspective. It's kind of an unreleased song in this song, so. But if you've seen it, you know. And it is one of my favorite edits that I've made for that couple. It's a perfect tribute for the Prince of Alderaan / the King of the Galaxy. And I love the song Eye of the Storm because it is perfect for Ben. I have no words. I love the song. Great job. Oh my god, thank you so much. Because as soon as I saw that song, I was like, this is it. This is the shit. This is it. This is the one. This is the song that should be from Ben's perspective. Because I did a lot of these edits for Raylo from Ray's perspective. But then we finally switched to Ben's perspective, which is also why I have it tagged there. And it's like, or to Kylo's perspective. And it kind of shows that, like, even though I'm flawed and even though I wish I could do better, and even though I know this is really, really, you know, hard for you, I will do my best to help you get out of bed. I will do my best to help you feel as alive as I can, even though I kind of think I know it's the end and I'm not the one, and it's like, yeah, Raylo milestone. That was good too. Oh my god, Toby keeps talking. Yeah, you changed your name too. Don't think I didn't see it. Y'all be trying to be sneaky. You can't be that sneaky. I love it. Great song choice, heart. This was 2 years ago on Damation. There's nothing holding me back. It's probably one of the first comments on that. Honestly, y'all blew that video up. I was not expecting that, but I'm so glad because I love it. Mark's art on Klance Comic Dev 12 said the K overwhelms you, feel happy. Be happy, block out the sad. I figured I'd just give that one a shout out again. Because they did change their profile pic. I can't tell if they changed their name or not. They didn't. But they did change their profile pic. Chillier Sky. Yeah, you changed your name. And your profile pic. It's the same colors, but I know. said, I love this with red and a blue heart on Klance Comic Dub 12. Oh, then Julieta Cruzo. Me cantaron las emociones. Oh, thanks. I'm pretty sure you all know what that means. Even if you don't speak Spanish, though. Okay. It was a comic dub and edit combined for almost hitting 20 subs. Yeah, with the snips on it. Honestly, oh my god, Dada. Yeah, I remember this, because then I showed, because I finally saw it. And I did just, honestly, oh, procrastinations. Oh, that's so cute. I loved it. Also, yay, first beer. And this was commented on Ray and Ben's Journey, which was Ben's theme. And Angela Vad, special shout out to you because you were my very first commenter ever on our channel. And I thank you for that, because honestly, when you started commenting, it made me so happy, because it kind of was my sign that, you know, I made it and that I could do this. And from day one, you were there for me. So even if you're still, so even if you may or may not still be subscribed, I don't know. Even if you're listening to this, I hope that even though like you're a diehard Rayla fan, that you're enjoying the Klance content on here, and that you've enjoyed being a part of this community, and that you feel welcomed, and also that you feel, you know, at peace with yourself and appreciated, because honestly, you are appreciated. When you started commenting, it literally made my world. It made my day, honestly. You know, especially because I was going through a hard time, you know. We had the, you know, breakup. We had the wisdom tooth surgery. I was eating cookies and applesauce because I couldn't eat anything else. My face swole up like a munchie, and no one let it get past me. Like, no one. I had to sleep on the couch because of that as well, because I wasn't gonna stay up enough in my bed. And I started watching Voltron, Legendary Defender. And honestly, you know, I started doing this in the middle of the spring, in the beginning of 2020 pandemic, after I went from being a vlogging channel, because I just made this video of how Disney could save Star Wars. It was a whole entire video essay. Like, I pulled out all the stops and I deleted it. I regret that, but here we are. And, you know, because if I could get that back, I'd do anything in the world to get that back. It's probably saved somewhere, but I just don't know. I'll find it when the time is right. But I remember that, and I remember seeing a video edit after I had this great epiphany, and I literally deleted everything on my channel, even though things were going quite well. And I immediately knew what to do. I was like, I looked at that and I was like, well, if she can do that, why can't I do that? And I did it. I made my first video edit. I uploaded and I did it every single day. And I remember going and sitting on the steps when it was still carpet on there and talking about how I had a great epiphany of how I always had this love for cinematicness and its beauty, and how it led me to here. And I'm just really glad that all of y'all got to be a part of that. Because from a really, really dark time, came me making my first fanfic, which was The Trials of Rey, and getting super deep into Star Wars lore, and I mean like legend Star Wars lore, and kind of making Rey a more fleshed out character as she should be, which she didn't get because they changed writers and they changed directors tediously, and that's why the story went nowhere, because it had direction but it wasn't written down direction. So when they changed and Ryan Johnson took his direction, which was counter and contra to, you know, J.J. Abrams, it ruined everything. It also kind of makes you pissed because it's like, idiots, you had this whole entire 2 effing trilogy right here. George literally gave you all the rights to it. He's got all of it written out. You have all the names of everybody that you need to pay in licensing and you know, royalties if you want to use it. Like, you have the whole entire script. You could find younger versions of all these characters, hire, you know, like Scarlett Johansson as Mara Jade and be done. But it is what it is, because companies wanted to take on old EPs and try and make it something different and something else than what it is. And with Star Wars, that's not really a thing because it has diehard fans. We are diehard fans. And, you know, the fandom's not constantly changing. It is built off of hard world building. It is built off of its lore. You know, unlike Voltron, where Voltron, you know, you always get a new updated version to it. There's always like a new series. And the same thing goes for Transformers or Power Rangers. And Star Wars just isn't like that. And so is some of these other shows that they've been trying to update. Especially that terrible Netflix ad-up of Cowboy Bebop. I mean, seriously, we need to even just stop, like, hate watching things, because if we hate watch it, it still gives it attention, it still gets it money. Because it still gets money. Yeah, no, it made me so pissed. I like binge watched the original version. Ugh, I love Cowboy Bebop, but you know. Anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to Kanarku, who changed their name and definitely changed their profile picture, but I still recognized who you are, and said, wait, one of you, WTF, on Klance and Star Wars comic dubs, which is most CW friendly as well. You will never know the secret. If you know, you know. I just wanted to say that I love all of you, and thank you, especially to the ones who have been supporting me from the beginning of it all. I mean, you guys were the ones that told me I was going in the right direction and kept me going, because seriously, without people like you, Angela Vad, or people like Procrastination Animation Nations, or Tarda, or Mika, or Kiononiki, or Julieta Corazon, or Chiller Sky, you know, we changed it. Or even Marin Lima Leonardi, which we know you didn't change yours. You know, or Martial Arts, or Toby keeps talking. I'm telling you, like, without you guys, there would be no channel. There would be no Klance Theater Au. There would be none of this, because honestly, I was taking a risk. I was taking a chance, and it really worked out. And y'all really showed me that I was on the right path, and I was glad about that, because I'm telling you right now, without y'all, there would be no Klance Theater Au, there would be no Klance comic dubs, there would be no Relo comic dubs, there would be no edits, there would be no Star Stories, there would be no Damage On, There's Nothing Holding Me Back, you know, there would be no Klance I Always Love You, there would be no Hope, Faith, Love, there would be no Hope Loves Talks, there would be no, you know, Offload podcast as well, with the HopeLovestalks podcast, there would be none of it. Like, no Klance Theater Au, no, fanfic readings. Because, I mean, like, without y'all supporting me during the trials of Ray, or saying, like, oh my gosh, you're amazing, and, like, you're so underrated, and, like, you deserve a lot more hype, and, like, this is gonna be really good, and, like, you're good, and you're on the right track. I'm not gonna lie, like, I just don't know. I just, like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. And I'm so glad that y'all are here. Gremlin Alman said 1 year ago on Klance Comic 19, it's about to be 2 years, but it's Comic 19, I have no shame. Which I love, because I used to say, like, there's like a way to keep all the things that you watch private on your YouTube in my outros. So, and your subscriptions private from, your YouTube subscribers. So they literally said, I have no shame. Yeah, they definitely changed their name and their profile. So to Grey Wolf, it's 3 a.m. I have to go to school tomorrow, and I don't give one fuck. On Klance Comic 12, Elise did not change his or theirs, which said, que humor la cocinona quiera perfecto. Oh, thank you. I did. I worked very hard to get Damage, and There's Nothing Holding Me Back, right? I think it's also one of the ones that are more popular because it's also like a picture and video edit, and Damage doesn't really have a video edit because Damage isn't portrayed in, visual video media. So, oh my gosh. Shout out to you, Catherine Rios, from a year ago, commenting the red and blue hearts on Klance Comic Dev 35. I guess I missed that. There are some other ones. There are some other comments that I really do want to show you as well. Shout out to you, Alan Love Sue. Yeah, you changed your name and your profile as well, but honestly, every time I look, and it's just like, it's nice to make a note because it's like, oh, you've changed. Like, you've changed a bit. I don't know. It's really nice. Comments are ageless. They're like, oh, you're so underrated on Klance Comic Dub 16 with the cursing caps. Well, whatever those things are, I can't remember. And I was like, oh, thanks, and all due time, my friend. And they're like, I hope faith, love, smile, and heart, and emojicon. Honestly, yeah. Then, Angelina S. 1 year ago on Doing There's Nothing Holding Me Back. They were like, not to be that person, but in case you weren't aware, there was a picture of Tim John and not David John. It's so cute, but I don't know if you thought it was David John or Damien John. And I was like, it had 20. She was so right. I didn't notice that I put it in by accident because, I should both of them, so I put it in that video edit by accident, and I was like, yeah, actually, thanks. When I made the video, I didn't realize I didn't realize it when I was editing, but I went back and I looked at it later, and I did. Thank you so much for pointing it out. There's probably an edit out there where I did that, but I still didn't notice anyway. Yeah, because there are plenty, and they're like, I hope faith, love. It's totally fine. I love that ship, and I love the video. Honestly, thank you so much, because you also kind of made me realize I need to focus when I'm editing. And honestly, I think you're just one of those people that I'll always remember Oh my god, well, you definitely changed your name, and you definitely changed your profile at Raven Roman Shadow Shaw 99 years ago. This happened 1 year ago on Klance Comic Doe 12. It's almost been 2, because it's August now. But they said, sorry, the sound effects I can't. Yeah, this is, you know, the kissing effects on Klance Comic Doe 12. Yeah, kissing the pillow, kissing the air. If you know, you know. You need to check out that video if you haven't. But honestly, yeah, oh my god, Sterling City as well. Honestly, I love it. Oh, and then Lagos, which I'm also gonna shout out on Klance Comic Dub 39 most TW friendly. They said, I'm Brazilian, so I spend some time remembering that your summer vacation is not in December like mine. It's so strange to think about that. Yeah, no, I get it. Because when I think about that too, it's like, you know, different weathers happening in different continents at a different time. Whew. You know, it's scary. I used to not think that there was a global calendar. Yeah. Pacify me if you want to. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I was, yeah. But then Lagos also said, and I love your videos. They help me understand better your language. Honestly, you know what? For years I thought this was nothing to you, Leos. For years I thought this comment was written in perfect English. It can just tell you how dyslexic I am. But honestly, I just love that comment a lot because even with the slight little trip up, it just, you know, honestly, I found it really amazing because I was like, wow, my videos, like the media I'm making about the ship I ship is opening up people's horizons. It's helping people learn a different language, especially English, because English is a pain in the ass. Nobody really likes English, but somehow, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie, Spanish makes a whole lot more sense, okay? Like, we had this thing in my Spanish class this year where we were tallying up the points against English and Spanish won without a doubt. English just doesn't make sense. It's too many languages combined into one, but honestly, to just be able to do that for somebody, to, you know, be the piece of media that they can watch to also help them learn a language whilst also diving into their interests, feels great. And I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna point out this other one. I'm almost done. We just gotta like talk about some of the OGs, okay? Seth Leogon Scott. Yeah, you changed yours. Don't lie about it. I'm just kidding. I don't really care. It's honestly so cool because all of y'all have just changed your profile pictures. And I think it's kind of cool for me because I remember, even though it's 2 years ago and a lot has happened, I remember. Especially because I also had the pictures, but they said, I'm Klance Comic Dev 19. So what are you gonna do? Fuck on the table at Burger King? At a Burger King? Yeah, this came up in one of the comments. This came up in one of the comics. You should probably go and check it out. I'll link it down below. It's in the playlist. You should see it. It is hilarious. It said la ha ha ha. And then Juana Affleck said do it, do it, do it. With some more giggles. Honestly, that was so funny. Yeah. Amara Roblox Play, who used to be Cool Ken. Honestly, y'all are just, I love y'all. I love all of y'all. You're amazing. Oh my god. Analysis DC, please. 1 year ago on Klance Comic Dub 41 TW description, you can tell. Yeah, you changed yours too, but it also shows like, okay, like you've become a small YouTuber now, and or something. Like sometimes you can tell like somebody's actually becoming a small YouTuber and starting to get interested in content creating. I think I love it because it's just like, it's so inspiring to see that, you know, after so many years of being a consumer on YouTube, I myself, who was only just a consumer a couple of years ago, you know, became a content creator, started doing all this crazy, fun, cool stuff, and also maybe partially being the inspiration behind or the reason why people became content creators, and also influenced their style of editing, which I think is really cool because we all have our people that we look up to, and I think it's just really sweet and nice that, you know, even if I didn't do that for you per se, to see the change from when y'all were not creating content to when y'all started creating content, it makes me always get like a little teary in the eyes, makes me smile, you know. I'm doing my best, yeah, because Draw the Line. Draw the Line was a good series, but just doing my best to get back to the Trials of Ray, because on the Trials of Ray, there's this one very, you know, important comment to me that I love, and I feel like we'll never forget. And it's just like something I find super important as well. The Trials of Ray, the Shadows of Ray. Yeah, the Shadows of Ray. Going into the Trials of Ray. Honestly, I just find it so, you know, I'm gonna look through it. Y'all should probably stay for this, because this was something that definitely shaped the way that I kept kind of doing things. It definitely let me know that I was doing some of the right things, and I don't know, it kind of inspired me to keep going on. So it's on one of them. It might be on the Trials of Ray sect, but maybe it's not. And the reason why I'm looking on videos for the comment instead of looking on the comment section in YouTube Studio is because sometimes YouTube Studio doesn't show all of the comments. So, oh my god, yeah. Because Really Stuck With You is my first ever edit. It's at 122. Oh my gosh. Real Falling's at 200. That's really amazing. Honestly, it was always, I think it's always kind of nice to go back and look at some of your older work that isn't like the absolute best of your talents and abilities, and to see people still commenting on it, and to see people still watching it, and to still like see people be amazed by, you know, your talents, your skills, and your abilities, because it's like, what you're doing is freaking awesome, and, you know, you should definitely get some recognition for it. Some recognition, some recognizement. You know, it just, it's, I don't know. I feel like it's nice. I really wanted to find this one on the Shoutouts of Ray, which now means that I'm probably going to take to YouTube instead and look on the Shoutouts of Ray playlist that I created. Because yeah, I did create a playlist for this. And boy, oh boy, it was a really good series. Honestly, not gonna lie, it was an amazing series. I loved it. But, you know, all of y'all are like, having no idea what she's talking about. They are kind of crazy right now. Love them, but kind of a little, because, like, who goes back all these years to just look at, like, one freaking comment on one of these videos that's so obscure that you probably can't find it? I do. That's me. Hello. Okay. No comments. Okay. No comments. I'm gonna look for it until I find it. Just because, like, the person who commented, they commented the sweetest thing. It was the thing that I felt like was most important to me at that point in my life. It was definitely about, what do you call it? Continuity and how they got so interested in it. And I think that was a comment that really made my day. Cause, yeah, but, and the sad part is, it's so old, you know, the series itself, that the comment could have been removed because somebody thought it was spam, and I don't even know, which would really, really hurt, because I absolutely adored this comment, and it's kind of really hard to get back to the Shadows of Ray, because of how much content I've made. Like, really how much content I've made. And I'm pretty sure it's on the very last one where they said this, but honestly, I think it definitely made how I did things. If it's not on number 5, then they removed it. Oh no, they removed it. Oh, that's really sad. Because I really want to share it with all of you, but I guess I won't be able to. But anyways, it was just a comment talking about how they were so interested in the continuity of things and how they enjoyed, you know, how they definitely enjoyed just kind of, you know, talking about the continuity and how deep in the continuity I had gotten, and how it was definitely interesting how they should check out Star Wars Legends, which made me happy because I felt like the day that I discovered Star Wars Legends and the day that I truly, and I mean like truly got, you know, fully in depth into Star Wars, when I was watching, it was one of these Star Wars comics done, by someone, I forget their name, and trust me, I used to know it off the top of my head, and it was a Legends comic. It was Shadows of the Empire, maybe, or no, it was Heir to the Empire. And I remember when Heir to the Empire, the last one, like the last video of Heir to the Empire came out, I think it really just, for me, kind of cemented, you know, this world of inner fandom. And even though that day is really like somewhere in, you know, like July, like the beginning of July, not May, we always celebrate our channel's anniversary and birthday in May because of, you know, because it's Star Wars month, and it's kind of what it started and what it signified to me as a child, as a viewer, as somebody who loved fandom, and what it truly still means to me to this day. You know, my definition for a fandom is a community around, you know, around different pieces of visual media or media in general, whether it be a song or just also, you know, a TV show. That's what it is. And though my definition for community is always changing, which means that my definition for a fandom is always changing, it's getting broader, and its horizons are getting, you know, truly getting, you know, broader, expanding, and better. Anyway, I just wanted to say to Plusk Brig and Misha Brig and Villainy, and also Vanilla Toffee Candy, thank y'all so much, along with Karen Kuhn, the Crystal Lawyer, and Woohoo, for all commenting on one of the most important videos of all, which was Klance Comic Dub 45 Promise, because it is what changed the way that I forever make Klance comic dubs now. And I want to thank everybody from the very beginning, like Angela Vad, you know, Army Sanchez, and, you know, Procrastination Nations, so much more. Because if it wasn't for you, you know, I don't know if I'd keep going. And I don't even know if I would be able to say that there could be a Klance Promise, or that there could be a Klance Theater Au. Because without you, I think I'd lost my way, and, you know, what you did just by commenting definitely helped create an amazing community of supporting, kind, loving people around you. And thank you so much, because life will never be the same. And that very positive change is because of you. So yeah, I don't know what to take this as. Basically, you know, thank you for just being an amazing part of this community. I don't know if it's really to say, hey, thank you for almost getting to 560 for a sub special, but it's, you know, this being a special or not isn't what really matters at the end of the day. What matters is that, you know, we have each other, and that, you know, I love you, and that, you know, you guys love each other too. And that this community will always be an open and safe place for you to explore all aspects of your life, whether it be your inner fandom, you know, calling, or just, you know, who you personally view yourself as. And, you know, as long as we can do that, I believe that we've really, really, really done something right. So yeah, that's where we top it. Peace, and I'll see you next time.